I scowl with frustration at myself in the mirror. Damn my hair. It just won't behave. And damn Catherine Kavanaugh for being ill and subjecting me to this ordeal. I should be studying for my final exams, which are next week, yet here I am, trying to brush my hair into submission. I must not sleep with it wet. I must not sleep with it wet. Reciting this mantra several times, I attempt, once more, to bring it under control with the brush. I roll my eyes in exasperation and gaze at the pale, brown-haired girl with blue eyes too big for her face staring back at me, and give up. My only option is to restrain my wayward hair in a ponytail and hope that I look semi-presentable. Kate is my roommate, and she has chosen today, of all days, to succumb to the flu. Therefore, she cannot attend the interview she'd arranged to do with some mega-industrialist tycoon I've never heard of for the student newspaper. So I have been volunteered. I have final exams to cram for and one essay to finish, and I'm supposed to be working this afternoon. But no, today I have to drive 165 miles to downtown Seattle in order to meet the enigmatic CEO of Gray Enterprises Holdings, Inc. As an exceptional entrepreneur and major benefactor of our university, his time is extraordinarily precious, much more precious than mine, but he has granted Kate an interview. A real coup, she tells me. Damn her extracurricular activities. Kate is huddled on the couch in the living room. Anna, I'm sorry. It took me 9 months to get this interview. It will take another 6 to reschedule, and we'll both have graduated by then. As the editor, I can't blow this off. Please. Kate begs me in her rasping, sore-throat voice. How does she do it? Even ill, she looks gamine and gorgeous, strawberry blonde hair in place and green eyes bright, although now red-rimmed and runny. I ignore my pang of unwelcome sympathy. Of course I'll go, Kate. You should get back to bed. Would you like some NyQuil or Tylenol? NyQuil, please. Here are the questions in my digital recorder. Just press record here. Make notes. I'll transcribe it all. I know nothing about him, I murmur, trying and failing to suppress my rising panic. The questions will see you through. Go. It's a long drive. I don't want you to be late. Okay, I'm going. Get back to bed. I made you some soup to heat up later. I stare at her fondly. Only for you, Kate, would I do this. I will. Good luck. And thanks, Anna. As usual, you're my lifesaver. Gathering my backpack, I smile wryly at her, then head out the door to the car. I cannot believe I have let Kate talk me into this. But then Kate can talk anyone into anything. She'll make an exceptional journalist. She's articulate, strong, persuasive, argumentative, beautiful, and she's my dearest, dearest friend. The roads are clear as I set off from Vancouver, Washington, toward Interstate 5. It's early, and I don't have to be in Seattle until 2 this afternoon. Fortunately, Kate has lent me her sporty Mercedes CLK. I'm not sure Wanda, my old VW Beetle, would make the journey in time. Oh, the Immerse is a fun drive, and the miles slip away as I hit the pedal to the metal. My destination is the headquarters of Mr. Gray's global enterprise. It's a huge 20-story office building, all curved glass and steel, an architect's utilitarian fantasy, with Gray House written discreetly in steel over the glass front doors. It's 1:45 when I arrive, greatly relieved that I'm not late as I walk into the enormous, and frankly intimidating, glass, steel, and white sandstone lobby. He whisks me into a small, intimate restaurant.
"This place will have to do," Christian grumbles. "We don't have much time."
The restaurant looks fine to me. Wooden chairs, linen tablecloths, and walls the same color as Christian's playroom, deep blood red, with randomly placed small gilt mirrors, white candles, and small vases of white roses. Ella Fitzgerald croons softly in the background about this thing called love. It's very romantic. The waiter leads us to a table for two in a small alcove, and I sit, apprehensive and wondering what he's going to say.
"We don't have long,"
Christian says to the waiter as we sit.
"So we'll each have sirloin steak cooked medium, béarnaise sauce, if you have it, fries, and green vegetables, whatever the chef has. And bring me the wine list."
"Certainly, sir." The waiter, taken aback by Christian's cool, calm efficiency, scuttles off. Christian places his BlackBerry on the table. Geez, don't I get a choice? And if I don't like steak? He sighs.
"Don't start, Anastasia."
"I am not a child, Christian."
"Well, stop acting like one."
It's as if he's slapped me. So this is how it will be, an agitated, fraught conversation, albeit in a very romantic setting, but certainly no hearts and flowers. "I'm a child because I don't like steak?" I mutter, trying to conceal my hurt.
"For deliberately making me jealous. It's a childish thing to do. Have you no regard for your friend's feelings, leading him on like that?"
Christian presses his lips together in a thin line and scowls as the waiter returns with the wine list. I blush. I hadn't thought of that. Poor Jose. I certainly don't want to encourage him. Suddenly, I'm mortified. Christian has a point. It was a thoughtless thing to do. He glances at the wine list.
"Would you like to choose the wine?"
he asks, raising his eyebrows at me expectantly. Arrogance personified. He knows I know nothing about wine. "You choose," I answer, sullen but chastened.
2 glasses of the Barossa Valley Shiraz, please."
We only sell that wine by the bottle, sir?"
"A bottle, then,"
Christian snaps.
"Sir?"
He retreats, subdued, and I don't blame him. I frown at 50. What's eating him? Oh, myself, probably, and somewhere in the depths of my psyche, my inner goddess rises sleepily, stretches, and smiles. She's been asleep for a while. "You're very grumpy." He gazes at me impassively.
"I wonder why that is."
"Well, it's good to set the right tone for an intimate and honest discussion about the future, wouldn't you say?" I smile at him sweetly. His mouth presses into a hard line, but then, almost reluctantly, his lips lift, and I know he's trying to stifle his smile.
"I'm sorry,"
he says. Apology accepted, and I'm pleased to inform you I haven't decided to become a vegetarian since we last ate.
"Since that was the last time you ate, I think it's a moot point."
There's that word again, moot.
"Moot,"
he mouths, and his eyes soften with humor. He runs his hand through his hair, and he's serious again.
"Anna, the last time we spoke, you left me. I'm a little nervous. I've told you I want you back, and you've said nothing."
His gaze is intense and expectant while his candor is totally disarming. What the hell do I say to this? "I've missed you, really missed you, Christian. The past few days have been difficult." I swallow, and a lump in my throat swells as I recall my desperate anguish since I left him. This last week has been the worst in my life, the pain almost indescribable. Nothing has come close. But reality hits home, winding me. Nothing's changed. I can't be what you want me to be. stare up through gaps in the seagrass parasol at the bluest of skies, summer blue, Mediterranean blue, with a contented sigh. Christian is beside me, stretched out on a sun lounger. My husband, my hot, beautiful husband, shirtless and in cut-off jeans, is reading a book predicting the collapse of the Western banking system. By all accounts, it's a page-turner. I haven't seen him sit this still, ever. He looks more like a student than the hot-shot CEO of one of the top privately owned companies in the United States. On the final leg of our honeymoon, we laze in the afternoon sun on the beach of the aptly named Beach Plaza Monte Carlo in Monaco, although we're not actually staying in this hotel. I open my eyes and gaze out at the fair lady anchored in the harbor. We are staying, of course, on board a luxury motor yacht. Built in 1928, she floats majestically on the water, queen of all the yachts in the harbor. She looks like a child's wind-up toy. Christian loves her. I suspect he's tempted to buy her. Honestly, boys and their toys. Sitting back, I listen to the Christian Grey mix on my new iPod and doze in the late afternoon sun, idly remembering his proposal. Oh, his dreamy proposal in the boathouse. I can almost smell the scent of the meadow flowers. "Can we marry tomorrow?" Christian murmurs softly in my ear. I am sprawled on his chest in the flowery bower in the boathouse, sated from our passionate lovemaking. Is that a yes? I hear his hopeful surprise. A no? I sense his grin. "Miss Steele, are you incoherent?" I grin. He laughs and hugs me tightly, kissing the top of my head. "Vegas, tomorrow, it is then." Sleepily, I raise my head. I don't think my parents would be very happy with that. He thrums his fingertips up and down my naked back, caressing me gently. "What do you want, Anastasia? Vegas? A big wedding with all the trimmings? Tell me." "Not big, just friends and family." I gaze up at him, moved by the quiet entreaty in his glowing gray eyes. What does he want? "Okay." He nods. "Where?" I shrug. "Could we do it here?" he asks tentatively. "Your folks' place? Would they mind?" He snorts. "My mother would be in seventh heaven." "Okay, here. I'm sure my mom and dad would prefer that." He strokes my hair. Could I be any happier? "So we've established where. Now, the when." "Surely you should ask your mother." Christian's smile dips. "She can have a month. That's it. I want you too much to wait any longer." "Christian, you have me. You've had me for a while. But okay, a month it is." I kiss his chest, a soft, chaste kiss, and smile up at him. "You'll burn," Christian whispers in my ear, startling me from my doze. "Only for you." I give him my sweetest smile. The late afternoon sun has shifted, and I am under its full glare. He smirks, and in one swift move pulls my sun lounger into the shade of the parasol. "Out of the Mediterranean sun, Mrs. Grey." "Thank you for your altruism, Mr. Grey." "My pleasure, Mrs. Grey, and I'm not being altruistic at all. If you burn, I won't be able to touch you." He raises an eyebrow, his eyes shining with mirth, and my heart expands. "But I suspect you know that, and you're laughing at me." "Would I?" I gasp, feigning innocence. "Yes, you would, and you do. Often. It's one of the many things I love about you." He leans down and kisses me, playfully biting my lower lip. "I was hoping you'd rub me down with more sunscreen." I pout against his lips. "Mrs. Grey, it's a dirty job, but that's an offer I can't refuse. Sit up," he orders, his voice husky. I do as I'm told, and with slow, meticulous strokes from strong and supple fingers, he coats me in sunscreen.
You really are very lovely. I'm a lucky man,
he murmurs as his fingers skim over my breasts, spreading the lotion. Yes, you are, Mr. Gray. I gaze coyly up at him through my lashes.
Modesty becomes you, Mrs. Gray. Turn over. I want to do your back.
Smiling, I roll over, and he undoes the back strap of my hideously expensive bikini. How would you feel if I went topless, like the other women on the beach? I ask.
Displeased,
he says without hesitation.
I'm not very happy about you wearing so little right now.
He leans down and whispers in my ear.
Don't push your luck.
Is that a challenge, Mr. Gray?
No, it's a statement of fact, Mrs. Gray.
I sigh and shake my head. Oh, Christian, my possessive, jealous, control freak Christian.